Good morning, boys and girls. Today, we are continuing to talk about the different patterns of 10 in the place value chart. Yesterday, we talked about 10 times as much, where we are moving to the left because numbers were getting bigger. Today, you guessed it, we are going to the right because we're dividing and numbers are getting smaller. So first, let's just start with review. Let's look at our place value chart here. We're doing 10 times 500. So if you remember from yesterday, what we did first is I need you to just simply convert this. So what does 500s look like? 500s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? It's literally 500. So our new equation is 500 times 10. Take a second and on your whiteboard, pause your video and solve 10 times 500. Awesome. Hopefully when you did this, you filled in your place value chart and you had 5 in the hundreds place. It got bigger, so it went to the next biggest place value. It only moved one place value. When I was talking to some friends yesterday, I heard them, we were saying how 10 times as much. So I said, well, how many place values do we move if we're multiplying by 10? If we're multiplying by 10, that means we're moving just one place value. So that's why we moved one place value and we got bigger. So we went to the left, okay? So your correct answer, your product should be 5,000. Awesome. Let's keep it moving. So we have our place value chart. And like I said, yesterday we were multiplying, so we were getting bigger on the chart. Well, today we're dividing. So we're going to go to the right. It's getting smaller. And you guessed it, our place value chart is all about the number 10. So we're going to move one place value when we divide by 10. Okay? Let's first talk about dividing. What does it even mean to divide something? We're dividing things on the place value chart. What does that even mean? I want you to take a second, just think about it. So dividing is breaking things apart, breaking them into equal groups or fair sharing, right? Those are some terms you heard. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to break apart numbers. And when we're breaking them apart, obviously they're getting smaller. And that's why we're going to move to the right on the place value chart. Go ahead, everyone point to the right. Awesome. All right, so let me start by just modeling this one for you. So you can just watch Mrs. Andrews do some work for you. My very first step is to simply convert this. So I have 7,000, 7,000. So I'm just going to rewrite that in standard form, and I'm dividing it by 10. Notice that I did the fraction bar here, because a fraction bar actually means a division sign. So my equation is truly 7,000 divided by 10. So I'm going to first start by just putting that 7,000 in the thousands place. You can draw a picture of it. I know some people like to draw like, oh, I have 7 objects, and that's fine, whatever works for you. I personally just like to write the number 7 because it's just easier. Because I'm dividing by 7, that means I'm going to the right. I'm getting smaller. If I'm dividing by 10, that means I'm only moving one place value. So I'm going to move one place value to the right, and now I have 7 in the hundreds place. So my correct answer is 700 because I started in the thousands, I moved one place value, 7,000 divided by 10 is 700. All right, now it's your turn, so let's try it. Your equation, and I want you to do it right on your whiteboard and you'll hold it up, is 400 divided by 10. Take a minute, pause your video, and try this one. Awesome. Hopefully when you did this, you started in the hundreds place and you had 400s. You divided it by 10, so you moved to the right, giving you a quotient of 400, right? You divided, no, sorry, 40. I can read my place value chart. I have 4 in the tens place, 10, 20, 30, 40, and I had 40. Sorry about that. Let's keep it moving. We're doing great. My next one is Did I already do this one? Let's change it real quick because I already did this. I have 9,000. So my very first step is I need to convert this into standard form. So I have 9,000 divided by 10. So I go to my place value chart. I have 9 in the thousands place. I'm dividing, which means I'm moving to the right just one place value because I'm only dividing by 10, okay? And then that 1,000 moves into the hundreds place. So then I will have 900. So 900 is going to be my quotient, moving one place value. Again, it's getting smaller. Let's go ahead and have you guys try this one. So I want you to pause your video on your whiteboard. Go ahead and solve this. We have 2 hundredths and we're dividing by 10. Go ahead, pause your video, do it on your whiteboard, and then check with me. So when you divided, you had 2 in the hundreds place. You moved one place value, which gives you 2 tens, 10, 20. Awesome. Sorry. All right, so now it's going to get a little trickier. So I have 2 thousands, 7 tens divided by 10. We're going to do exactly what we did before. So let's first just rewrite this. So I have 2 in the thousands place. 2 in the thousands place, 7 tens. So that means I have nothing in the hundreds place. I have 7 in the tens place, and it mentions nothing else. And I'm dividing by 10. So that's my new equation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this in on my place value chart, and then I can actually divide. Watch how I did this. So I filled it in on my place value chart. So I had 2 in the thousands place, 0 in the hundreds, 7 in the tens, 0 in the ones, and I divide it. So that means every single place value is going to get smaller, okay? Every place value is going to move 1, or every digit within that place value. So my correct answer would be 207, okay? Because it's moving one place value. So I had 2,000 and it got smaller by 10, so it turned to 207, okay? Let's have you try yours. Pause your video, first convert, then use your place value chart, okay? Go ahead and pause your video. Awesome, so if you did this correctly, you should have a quotient of 37. It should equal 37 because they all move one place value to the right, okay? Right now, if you have any questions, I want you to stop. If you're virtual, shoot me an email, message me on my group. If you want to click my link. If you're in a classroom, this is your time. Stop, raise your hand, ask your homeroom teacher. What I want you to do is I want you to show me 2 arrows on your whiteboard. One that goes to the left and one that goes to the right. And I want you to give me a reason why we would move a digit to the left. When are we moving digits to the left? And then on the right arrow, why are we moving, or when do we need to move a digit to the right? So go ahead and answer those 2 questions, talking all about patterns of 10. Pause your video, and then let's talk about it as a class. What do you guys think? Hopefully, you and your class talked about when we multiply, we get bigger, and we're moving to the left. When we multiply, we're getting bigger, right? Numbers are getting larger. And when we divide, numbers are getting smaller. And when we're dividing, getting smaller on the place value chart means going to the right. So that's what I hope you grasp from today. 10 times more, moving to the left. 10 times less, moving to the right. Okay? All right, what you're going to do now is you're going to go on Schoology. You have 3 equations. Here's what I need you to do for your exit ticket. I need to see your work. whether you're doing it on your whiteboard, somehow I want to see that you converted this equation into standard form first, and then you solved it. So don't forget to take your time, double check, don't just submit it. Okay, guys? Thanks for working hard today. And when you're done on Schoology doing your exit ticket, you could always work on your homework because it's due tomorrow. Okay? Have a good day, guys.